Happy Monday, guys. So you're back for the series on confidence. I appreciate it. Welcome back. This is really for all those folks who feel like they're lacking confidence in particular areas of their life. This is for you. I promise that if you follow these 4 steps, wherever you're starting, if you're starting from absolutely scratch, zero confidence on something, you can build yourself into a person with bulletproof confidence, and that will affect positively everything in your life you're trying to do. Step number 1 is really simple. You need to clearly acknowledge audibly what it is you lack confidence in as specifically as you possibly can. What do I mean by that? We can all tell, when I say we, I mean your training partners, your opponents, whatever it is, they can tell that you lack confidence in your mind because of how you execute in your body language. Instead of staying in your head with this, I want you to get home in front of your bathroom mirror and say it loud and proud what it is specifically you lack confidence in. This is going to give you something to work on. So for example, we talk about martial arts in this channel, of course. So your example, you're going to get in front of your mirror and say, I lack confidence in my ability to play spider guard for my jiu-jitsu folks. Or I lack confidence in my Muay Thai clinch techniques. It's going to be different things for different people. Takedowns, punches, your strength and conditioning, whatever it is, you need to clearly and audibly acknowledge it first, or else you won't get it anywhere. The reason that you need to acknowledge it is because when you hear it in your own voice, that thing that you lack confidence in out there in the open, it's right there in your face. And it gives you a chance for you to face it head on. There's no more misconception about it. It comes from you acknowledging, okay, here's where I am at. Here's what I am weak in. I'm saying it. And by saying it, you start to take away some of the power that it has over you. And that's really kind of the overarching point of all these steps. It's going to take away the power that thing has over you. So step number 1 is for you to fully, clearly, definitively acknowledge what it is you lack confidence in, okay? Now, number 2 becomes intentional study on that particular area where you lack confidence. So many times you might lack confidence in different areas of your life because it's mysterious to you, right? You're not really sure what it is. You can't really get a grasp on what this particular technique or this particular thing is, right? It could be public speaking, again, something to do with your martial arts, something to do with your performance art, key aspect in business, right? One of the things folks have a problem with cold calling or making sales calls, right? I always mention that because that's something that a lot of my entrepreneur folks struggle with, so shout out to them as well. So it's time for you to intentionally study this. Put aside your goals and everything else for a second. It is very important. The dividends that will pay to you by working on your confidence in these areas will pay tremendously down the line. So you can put your other goals and everything else aside for a moment and just focus intentionally on the fundamental aspects of this. Now it's time for you to read information from the leading minds, books, journals, articles. It's time for you to watch videos. It's time for you to study top performers in this field, top martial artists, top performance artists, top business folks. What are they doing? It could be as simple as your coach or your training partners. Maybe they're good at it, but start watching them and start building a fundamental base about what goes on. As you demystify this thing that you lack confidence in, you will find that that's going to start helping your confidence to begin with, because you're going to learn a little bit more than you knew when you were just wallowing in your own lack of self-confidence. So the intentional study is the next step after you've acknowledged it, because you're giving yourself ammunition to where you eventually get to the next part, which we're going to be covering in the next video as far as the actual application. So starting off, building your confidence from absolute scratch to bulletproof. Number 1, fully acknowledge that thing that you're not confident in. It's time for you to get it out in the open, take the power away. Say it loud, clear, audible to your own ears. You don't have to say it in front of your friends or family if you don't want to. If you want to, that's great. But get somewhere by yourself, because this is between you and you, right? Acknowledge what it is you lack as far as confidence, that particular thing. Number 2, start intentional study on the fundamentals of that particular thing that you lack confidence in, so you can demystify it, and so you can eventually start building a path to increase technical ability and increase confidence. Stay tuned for the next part of the video, guys, and I hope you got some out of this.